Hi there, it's Tracy here from the Papercraft Studio. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm going to show you how to make my shutter card here. And this is perfect for an anniversary or for Valentine's Day, which is just around the corner. So I'm using some new products here from the mini catalogue that came out in January. I'll go through the supplies and I'll show you which products I've used. So you need a piece of thick basic white cardstock, and this measures 8 inches by 5 1/4 inches, and I've gone ahead here and scored it at 2 inches and 6 inches. You need 2 pieces of real red cardstock, and these measure 5 1/8 by 1 7/8. Sorry, picked up 2 different ones. There we go, 2 of these are the same size. You need another piece of real red cardstock, and this measures 3 inches by 5 1/4. You need 2 pieces of real red also that measure 3 1/4 inches by 3 5/8. You need 2 pieces of designer series paper, and these measure 4 7/8 by 1 5/8. And then you need some little scraps to do some other bits as well of basic white. So just to show you the products I'm using here, this, is it got a name for the sweet? No, it hasn't. So this is, there's a Love and Happiness bundle here, which includes this stamp set here, and also a Bouquet of Love hybrid embossing folder. So you get the embossing folder here. Let me show you the real thing. You get the embossing folder. I'm just showing you over that because it's easier to see. So you can see it's got this lovely detail behind, and then it has got this heart here, and also you get these dies. So you can see this heart here matches the one on here. I don't know if you can still see that, but you get some little flowers and a leaf, another size heart, and some little banner pieces as well. So it's a really great bundle to have. Even if you didn't want the stamp set, you can use this with lots of other things as well. And then the designer series paper is from Sweet Talk, and it's this one here. So it's a Sweet Talk designer series paper from the Sweet, and I've also used this real red faux linen ribbon. Okay, so let's get started. Put that to one side. So like I say, you've scored this already on the 8-inch side at 2 inches and 6 inches. So we're just going to go ahead and fold that. Have my bone folder, just give it a little smooth down on each side. Okay, so that's your base, and then you can go ahead and layer up your designer series paper onto these 2 strips here. So let's attach those. So cute with the little heart lollies. And then these can both be popped onto the front of your card here. I've left a really small border underneath the red, just so the basic white just pops out a little bit. So I wanted to make something that was both suitable for both Valentine's and an anniversary card, because not everyone, well, not everyone has a Valentine, but not everyone who does even wants to send one. So I wanted to make something that was just a bit more versatile, so that it could be used for either occasion. Okay, so now let's go ahead and show you what happens on the inside here. So with this layer, I'm going to first cut out the heart and then emboss all of it together. And the reason I've done that is, if you emboss it first, then cut the heart, it kind of pushes down some of the embossing, so it just squashes it a little bit. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you how I lined up the heart here. So you're looking to put it roughly in the middle of this piece here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this. Okay, so just popping this out, you see there's a lovely little stitch detail as well. So pop the heart to one side, and I'm just going to show you a tip on how to make sure the heart doesn't slip when you're embossing. Okay, so it's pretty easy. Just get my layer, put it on, and actually you can see better if I put this underneath. So what I want to do is have, where it's got the black Stampin' Up logo, open that onto here and then flip over onto the wrong side, so the wrong side showing on this heart, cut out here, and line it up with the heart inside. Like I said, I've got the wrong side facing up, and again with this heart I'm going to pop it back in wrong side up, and then I'm just going to use some washi tape. You could use a post-it, whatever you've got to hand. I should have found the end before I was doing this. Here we go. Don't use too much, because all you want to do is just pin that in place while it goes through the embossing folder, and then it won't move. So I'm just going to go ahead and run that through. Okay, so here we are, and that stayed in place, and then this side hasn't been affected. The reason I put it upside down is because if you then go ahead and peel the washi tape off, occasionally it will rip the cardstock slightly like that. You see it's just roughed it up a little bit, so that's now on the back, so that's not a problem. And I'll just also show you, there was another layer. I cut the smaller heart here also in basic white, and then I embossed it, and how I did that, and this is especially good if you're wanting to make several of these, you can just position them around this, anywhere on this area, so you can do several at a time. And that was great when I was doing classes, and just run that through the cut and emboss machine. Okay, so let's show you the next stage. So this piece here is going to go in the center of the card, so it should fit top to bottom, and you want an equal amount of cardstock showing in the middle panel either side. So go ahead and pop some dimensionals along the top, so just 3 along the top and then 3 along the bottom, but don't peel off one section of them. So choose top or bottom, it doesn't matter. But so I'm going to take the backings off the top here, but the bottom ones I'm going to leave the backings on, because we don't want to seal it all down. We need to work inside this area. Okay, so line it up. You can line it up at the bottom actually, because obviously that's not sticky. Roughly in the middle, and then fold down the top. So this piece is loose at the bottom here. Okay, so I'm just going to show you how to score these middle sections here. It's a little bit more involved than normal, but once you've got the measurements of how to do it, it's absolutely fine. So you want to take your piece, or both of your pieces of, this is 3 5/8 by 3 1/4. So on the longer side, you want to score at 3/8 of an inch, and I'm going to use this side of my scorer. So I can see there that's 1/2 inch, so it's just this longer one before there. So 3/8 of an inch, I'm going to score that. So just under 1/2 inch. And then what you need to do is bring in a pencil and ruler. Just to get this even, we're going to do a little bit of measuring here. So on the wrong side, the side that you haven't just scored on, you're going to line it up. Am I in shot there at the bottom? I don't think I am quite. Here we go. So I'm just wanting to come along to 2 1/8 of an inch here. So I'm starting at 8, so I know that that's here at 10 1/8. And I'm just going to get my rule here and come along to 2 1/8 here. So I'm just trying to find that line there where it's 2 1/8. I'm just going to draw a pencil mark, and then turn it round, and along this edge here, line up your ruler along that line, and you want to make a little mark at 1 5/8. And does that look like that is 1 5/8? It didn't look right for a second there, but I'm looking a bit further in. And then from this point, you want to draw to the corner on both sides, and do this on both pieces of your cardstock that you have here. I've gone ahead and done it on this one, and I've also, if you're getting this in a kit from me, I've scribbled out the piece that you need to cut. So basically what we're doing here is we're cutting from this edge, this corner here, up to the point of that triangle, and then the same on the other side. Okay, and then you're going to do the same on this one. So this is why I've drawn it on the back, because we're going to then see the other side on the project. Okay, so get rid of those. So you're left with these two pieces here. Flip them over, and then you want to put some tape or glue along the right side, so the other side, which is quite unusual, but there's a reason for this, and it's how the mechanism of this card works. Okay, so tape along just in that section there, so don't come over into the next bigger section. Okay, so let's take the backings off these. Just got the wrong side on here. I was trying to lift some glue dots off of my desk earlier, so I had the kind of spatula side on the end. Right, okay, so what you want to do here, just take one of the pieces and you're going to slide it underneath this center piece here. So you want the sticky side facing up to you, and line it up centrally, top and bottom, right up against that fold. So you don't want anything attached to this at the moment, it's just sitting in this middle section. So you fold over this piece here and it will pick up that taped edge, and as you pull it up it will resist a bit, but you want to then fold down that crease. So in effect it's just pulls that back onto that side. With the next piece you do the same, but you want these points either both over the top of these two pieces or underneath, it doesn't matter which, but you need them to be both the same way. Oh, I put my tape on the wrong side there, haven't I? Oh no, I've just drawn on the wrong side. That's fine for the video. It'll just show my little pencil marks, but I can rub those out. Okay, so again, line it up with your other piece here, top and bottom, so that they're nice and straight. Have it against this side, but no further over. So fold it, pick up this side piece. You can see at the moment there's still a gap here, but that's because we haven't quite finished. Pull it back and it will start to resist there, and then you just fold that over. So then as you close it now, you'll see how that works. So before we seal this bit down, we're going to stamp the sentiment, and that's from a really lovely new stamp set. It's one of my favorites. So it's called Happy and Heartfelt, and I just loved the font on these. I won't use all of them, but I'll use enough of them. I love Congratulations. I love this little I love you here. And what I did for my love, I've cut carefully with a craft knife the yay for off. I didn't want yay for love, I just wanted the love. So you can do that. I'll show you in another video at some time, but it's got thank you, hello baby if you need a baby card. So really good sentiments in there. So I'm going to stamp that. This is a piece of 2 inch by 2 inch basic white cardstock, and I'm just going to stamp in black ink in the middle. Okay, so about there. Okay, and then what you want to do, the reason I've made this so big is because we need to be able to hold on to it, because what we're wanting to do is to slide it up into here, and you need something to keep hold of on the end. So I would suggest just putting a small amount of glue in the middle. So don't come to the edges because you'll get your fingers really sticky. Hold on to this, and then you're going to slide it up inside without kind of sliding along the base of the card. So have it kind of up in the air a little bit, and just maneuver that over until you're happy with where it is, and then you can stick it down. You can spend a bit more time getting it more central if you like. And then at this stage we can pull off the backings of at the bottom here. I've set up my filming in a different way, and I'm having to lean in quite a lot, so I'm going to change that for the next video, but it's making it a bit more difficult on this one. Here we go. So, and there you have it. So now you'll start to see that little reveal of the sentiment inside. Super cute. Okay, so now we need to work on the outside of the card. I've cut these. They're used for, well, I think they're intended to use for the sentiments, but I quite liked having a little detail here. So what I've done, I've just popped these together with a glue dot here and just offset them slightly. So about there. And then take your heart, and what you want to do is kind of position it so that it's roughly where this is going to be. And because we're only going to stick the heart on one side, you can just work with it with half a kind of door shut, if you like, so, or one side shut. So again, glue dot on the back of here, and then wherever you want your heart to be, you can just pop this underneath to show where that's going, and then put some glue just on that one side. It's only going to attach, his heart's only going to attach to this side, the left side of the door. So pop some glue on this side only. Try not to go further over. And then again, you can reposition it pretty much where it lines up on the inside as well. Okay, and then open it up and fold those both over. So then it's closing over both sides in the middle. This little heart, I popped a dimensional just in the corner, or just on one side. So just offset it on here. And then I've used, like I said, the new red ribbon, which is called faux linen ribbon. So I've cut 3 inches of this. And what I'm going to do is just fold it over to meet on the other side. But when I did this originally, sometimes when you then tie that, these little edge pieces can stick out. So what I've done, I've just come in on either end and just cut the corners off. So you end up with almost like a little tie shape at the end. So do that on both ends. You need quite sharp scissors to do this. You can have a go without, but I just found this kind of made the finish a bit better. So then grab your glue dots again, pop one on this end, and then fold this over. It doesn't have to be right in the middle, but aim for. And then again, a glue dot on this end and fold it over to meet this one. You see what I mean here? There's a little bit here that could have kind of strayed out. So with the join still showing, I'm just going to use some baker's twine, and I would say about 5 or 6 inches, however much you need to be able to tie a double knot. What have I got here? I've got a bit more, but I don't think I need that much. So what you want to do is tie a really tight double knot. So like I said, I'm working on the wrong side of the little bow here. So pull that in the middle. It will curl up. Just you know, pop your finger on, show it who's boss. And then while you've got your finger there, or get someone else to help you, tie the second knot, but you need to kind of move quickly here because it will spring open. Okay, so then you can see on this side it looks quite sweet and it's pulled in. So trim the ends on this side. You don't really want to see those at all. Or of course you could tie a bow on the other side, whatever you want to do. So another glue dot on the back, and oops, it's kind of rolled up a bit, but that's fine. And I just popped that down in this corner. I think I can still see an end. Let's tuck those onto the glue dot. Down in this corner here, I just wanted a little feature. And then I finished it all off with some real red rhinestones. And I thought I wouldn't be using these again after Christmas so soon, but you know, there's real red in the paper, so why not? Let's get that one. So I've popped one in the middle of the bow, and then get a couple and scatter them up here. You could put some on there, but there you have it. That's my shutter card for an anniversary or for Valentine's Day. I hope you enjoy making it. Take care, see you soon, bye.